and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle, Vancouver by Night, Delve into Darkness. As a warning, this is a mature game and explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. There's a Zoom chat open that I've got there. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are going to be available on YouTube after the game, so you can always come back to an episode if you feel ready, or you can jump ahead to the next one, wait till the next one comes out. So, with the warnings out of the way, we can hop into our sponsors. The first sponsor is Mikhail Artoria of Artoria Designs, who creates these beautiful dice boxes. And some dice ASMR for you. Check them out on Instagram and throw them some money, because you can actually use this as a dice rolling tray if you really wanted to. I don't know if he does dice rolling trays, but he probably should. Hint for Mikhail. And he also made the storyteller screen that I had when I did my in-studio production. And Martlet Games. Martlet Games is a collective of TTRPG veterans ready to work for you. From actual play production to tabletop game development, they're a one-stop shop for all your creative needs. Investing in the World of Darkness streaming community helps keep channels like this one online and thriving. And they greatly appreciate any love you can share with them on their Patreon or various media platforms, wherever the chat happens to be right now. And Dogmite Games. Dogmite Games is the best gaming company you've never heard of. They combine craftsmanship with artistry to create truly unique pieces of functional art for your game, from dice boxes and rolling trays to fully sculpted Valhalla screens for GMs. Each piece is created on site in the workshop in Michigan by a devoted team of craftsmen. Raven one that I got from the Hunter game, which also has my adventure dice in it. And speaking of Adventure Dice is your Canadian source for dice, role-playing game accessories, and other tabletop gaming goodies. Many of the items on their site are handcrafted in beautiful British Columbia. Please check them out on the link that I've got in the chat, wherever that happens to be. And now it's time to introduce our vampires. So, just going to click off this screen so I don't look super white. Let's start in the regular pole position, and Abigail.
Hello, my name is Joanna. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing Abigail for you, also she, her. She is your Tucky Tremere wearing some sort of mask. It's all fun and games and good. And yeah, let's get this show on the road.
And Joe.
Greetings, Kindred. My name is Joe, better known as DJ Torador Nullfinger on Twitter, and I'm playing Baron Vincent, both of us, he, him, one of the most cool, awesome Brujah this side of Hudson Bay? Hudson Bay? No? Go Beavers.
That actually kind of excludes a good chunk of Ontario and Quebec, so...
Well, I'm not a Quebecois and an Ontarian. My character lives in Surrey and British Columbia, so Yukon Territory, Whitehorse, all that good stuff.
Mike.
How can I follow something like that? I'm Mike, he, him. I am playing Mordecai, he, him. Ready to kick ass and take names.
Let's go with Sara up next.
Hi, my name is Sara, and I'll be playing Prince Jew Duncan of Clan Tremere, she, her for both of us. And we were in a very similar position a little while ago, and I hope I don't frenzy this time in this room full of blood. So,
I mean, that's a good hope. And last but certainly not least, over here is Cliff.
Great time zone, folks. My name is Cliff. I'll be playing Duran Giovanni this evening. Both of us are he, him. I was busy with personal stuff while the four of these kind of got mucked in. So I am looking forward to finding out what has gone on and what I am walking into.
Speaking of what's going on, what he's walking into, it is back underneath the Rufflefine auction house, and there's the kind of upside down pyramid of blood that's there. They just opened the doors to the, I guess, antechamber would probably be the best word to use in this particular case, and found some dead bodies that were there in the main area. And there is someone standing on the far side that is got kind of a waist length jacket on, kind of tannish pants. Looks very plain, except for the fact that underneath his Newsies style hat, you can't quite make out his face. It seems there, it seems familiar, but at the same time, it seems to be almost non existent. So, what is everyone doing?
Storyteller, did I sense the unseen this individual last time?
I believe you still have it on. So, if you wanted to
Okay.
do like another wits
I
and
do.
aspects, just
I
to.
want to see what's going on with that. Okay.
What is going on with that?
Okay. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3. That's 4.
If anyone else wants to do it as well, wits and aspects. 4 successes, you said?
Yep.
Okay. These aspects rolls brought to you by our merch shop. We have new stuff there, including a The Meat Sea t-shirt. 4 for Vincent, only 1 for Abigail, and 0 for Mordecai. Mordecai, how did your hunger dice go?
My what?
Your hunger dice.
From last game?
No, if you rolled 0.
No, I haven't done that. I have. You're asking about aspects.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
never mind
I don't
then.
think he has it.
No, I don't have.
Never mind then.
You.
So it was 4 for Jude and Vincent, 1 for Abigail. This particular person's aura seems dark. Like you can't perceive it. It doesn't seem to be there. You can tell it's there. You can tell there's an aura around this person. It's just not. It just doesn't seem to be there.
Cool. Very unsettling. Cool. Don't like that. And Jude has never encountered that before.
No.
That I know of. Okay.
What's the door made of?
The door is made of it's kind of stone-ish. It seems like it's made of stone. What is everyone doing?
Abigail still has Cloak of Shadows up.
So there's only 3 of us visible then, technically, to this thing.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Abigail is kind of going to do a very, very quiet little shuffle and kind of try and move out front to see if she gets noticed, because she knows that certain kindred might be able to see her, so she's just kind of going to start moving.
Okay, you're trying to maintain your obfuscate, so let's go with a Dex and obfuscate, or Dex and stealth, whichever one happens to be higher.
And can I rouse my dex?
You can if you want, considering your hunger level. Oh, success on the rouse check. That seems to be a lot of counting going on.
So I burned a willpower, and I still only have 2 successes. So is it safe to say that he sees me?
I don't know. He doesn't seem to react to you.
Who's he looking at? What's he looking at?
He's not looking at any of you.
And when you say that, like, we can't make out his face, does that seem like just something related to the lighting or the angle, or is it like supernatural in nature, the concealment?
It seems like when you look at their face that you can't, like, it's kind of almost like a Mask of 1,000 Faces type thing where it's somebody familiar to you, but you just can't make out, like, you can't, like, perceive anything specific about their face.
That's what I thought. I think Jude is like looking back towards Mordecai, like telepathy, like it's FaceTime or something, or like we're gonna have to address this person. And if
I don't know what face to put on.
Yeah, I mean,
I also want to just hit him on the door.
I think we should talk to him first a little bit.
I mean, the last time I ran into somebody down here in one of these things, I punched his heart out of his chest.
Well, we're in a different dimension now, buddy. So could be very different situation.
Right.
Okay, so I think Jude is just going to be like, address the figure and be like, hello? Who goes there?
You're right. Fuck it. Oh,
Jude, is it?
Is it? Yes, it's Jude.
That's what I thought. And Mordecai, how's that awe roll going?
still picking up all of my dice.
Take your time. Yeah, no rush.
Oh, I forgot my pretty dice. Sorry. Because I'm pretty.
And there's no need for such theatrics. And it's at that point, Abigail, you get the distinct feeling that they're looking like straight down the barrel at you.
Okay. So Abigail just drops Unseen Passage because she's like, there's no point. He sees me already. So she just drops Unseen Passage. No theatrics. Just being careful.
10 successes for awe.
10 successes.
You feel like this person is your best friend.
Son of a bitch.
What does that mean?
He fucking turned it around on me.
Uno reverse presents? What?
So either he's a Tremere or he knows sorcery.
Okay, so Jude
Habits.
is like, okay, no theatrics, then what are you doing here? What do you want from this place?
Wait, I can beat my own presence. No.
I'm here to help.
Help whom?
You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, no shit. Are you supposed to be here?
I'm always supposed to be everywhere.
What's your name?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Listen, we've seen a lot of shit. Why don't you try me?
You, I have no doubt, have seen a lot of shit.
So
Come on.
So what
let's
are you
say we
called?
believe you. We promise not to laugh or, giggle in disbelief or anything like that. Just tell us who you are.
Vincent, is it?
Yo, it is.
It's a shame what happened to your bar in this particular reality.
Yeah. The fucking boot scoot boogie. I didn't sign up for that. It's Calgary night every night. I hate it.
I'd usually show up there every once in a while. Something's askew. But to answer the previous question, my name is Kane.
Like the wrestler?
No.
Abigail just looks over at June just with like a quizzical look in her eye, like,
Though he is very good. As a wrestler, as a politician, he's kind of not great.
Vincent will just kind of like rub his temples and just say, "Oh, shit." And Vincent will get on one knee.
Ugh, no. Please, get up.
That's something I thought I'd never see.
Does Vincent get back up?
Yes,
Okay.
my liege.
Ugh. Not that. No. I don't need that.
So Jude kind of looks back at Abigail, but Jude is trying to just fully gray rock the situation and try not to like have any like big reactions to try to like keep some semblance of the conversation going. And
Give
she's
me
like,
let's go with a manipulation and subterfuge.
oh no. Okay.
And I will be right back.
It's not the
What's
worst.
the role to fight presence?
Same as it usually is.
I don't know what one is to fight presence. I know what the role is to use presence.
I don't remember.
For
I've never actually fought presence.
Are you trying to fight your own presence?
Well, I'm going to try to fight it first, and if it doesn't work, I'm just going to drop it and see what happens.
For awe, it would be your intelligence and composure.
Well, that's not going to go well.
Probably not.
Okay, I got a cool 2 successes.
Yeah, you're trying to kind of keep it all in check, but you're kind of not doing so great. The difficulty for that one was at least 3.
Yeah, I figured 2 wasn't going to kind of. So yeah, I guess Jude's kind of, she can't help but Kane's seeing her sweat, and saying in the metaphorical sense. I think before Jude like speaks again, she then shoots a similarly quizzical look to Duran and just been like kind of wondering.
Duran's not there yet.
Oh, Duran's not there yet. Okay, I thought he had come back. That's my bad. So she's like, okay, so you can probably help us make things go back to normal then?
Something along those lines.
Praise be to you, Kane.
so
Please
why
stop
don't
doing that.
why don't you tell us then what it is that you need from us and that you are planning on giving to us? Because
First,
I'm assuming that's the kind of transaction you're looking for.
there's no transaction. To be honest, the whole prestation system annoys me.
Always.
Oh, good.
Do
I'm
you
going to drop
not,
my
Sound very
off to see if it
kindred
actually
girl
changes
boss of
anything.
you.
do you not understand who this is, Abby?
I understand who it is. I'm just there must be a reason why he's here. And
I've already told you why I'm here.
well, yes, I mean, I guess, yes, you're right. The prestation thing is completely out of date and arcane and all that stuff, but that's what we've been used to. So that's what I assumed you wanted. If it's not, then by all means, tell us your ideas.
And Mordecai, you said you were dropping awe.
Well, I tried to roll, and I rolled my willpower on top of it, and I got super lucky on the willpower roll. I only got 8. So yeah, I'm gonna drop off.
It's still in effect.
Of course it is.
So,
Okay.
to help you, we're going to need some things.
A Gehenna stone, for one, I imagine.
That's the start. Yeah, I mean, kudos to you. You've done some of the work for me. Tracking those down are problematic at best. Another thing would be Duran, is it?
Yeah, he's not with us, but he's our.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
normally
you.
is with us.
I'm gonna need everybody who traversed from one area to another to be in the same spot.
Right.
Can you bring him here, my liege? You can.
Ye-
You're.
If you're asking if I can teleport him here, the answer is no. We would have to go to where Duran happens to be or bring Duran here.
Abigail starts sending a message to, well, actually,
Does Duran have a
has
phone
Duran
right now?
has Duran gotten rid of his phone? Does he still have his phone? Does he have his earpiece? What is the situation? Nothing, no earpiece? No, nothing? No. Okay, cool. Right. Abigail turns around to Jude and says, do you think that perhaps the shopkeep can perhaps go and go for Duran?
Yeah, I mean, he needs to be here, so whatever means necessary, we need to get him here. I'm assuming you're talking about you want to do this now, referring to Kane.
The sooner the better, probably. The longer you're here, the more disruption is caused by not only you, but your contemporaries.
What about this mask, though? Isn't this supposed to help us find this Gehenna stone?
Yeah.
All right. So Abigail calls the sandwich. What are we calling? What is it called in this reality again? Sandwich.
Which sand, I think, or something along those lines.
Yeah. So Abigail calls up Sandwich. Am I getting a signal?
You surprisingly are.
Okay.
Hello.
It's Abigail.
Hey.
Is it possible, and I know that this is a lot to ask, but my understanding is that Duran is at his shop.
Yeah, I
Or,
guess so. I don't know. He probably
around and about.
could be.
Well, can you possibly send
I'm gonna summon
a
him.
message?
Have you used presence on Duran in the past?
I've used presence on the entire coterie.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So, summon.
Oh, I've never seen this power.
Summon
And Abigail has just
is-
realized that Duran doesn't have a cell phone, but the shops do. So I'm going to retroactively not call Sandwich
Click.
and instead
Abigail's a jerk.
This Gretchen sucks.
just and instead call Duran's shop.
So dice pool for summon is manipulation plus presence versus composure and intelligence for Duran. So we'll let you guys do those rolls whilst the phone call is happening. Hello.
Hello. It's Abigail. Is Duran there?
I believe so. Duran, are you there? No.
Oh no.
In that case, no.
Do you know where he is?
Out.
Do you know how to get hold of them?
No.
Is there anybody that you know with a cell phone that is with him?
No.
Oh, well, that's helpful. Well, if you do see him, can you let him know that he needs to give either Abigail or Jude or Mordecai or the Baron a call,
Noted.
please? Thank you. Abigail turns around to the rest of the group and is like, he's not at his shop. I have left a message for him to get in touch with us as soon as somebody makes contact with him.
Do you know who you're being summoned to?
You would have a vague recollection, yes.
So that's something.
No, it does say that the target knows who is summoning them and the user's current location.
Cool. So I'm going to need you to relent on this one because I rolled lousy.
So did I.
Unless you want me to roll.
What was the result?
I only got 8.
3 for Duran and 8 for Mordecai.
That's lousy for me. That's terrible.
I
Uh,
got
like-
an A minus.
Oh.
That's less than half
Oh.
my dice pool.
Wait. Yeah, no, it went to 4. Okay.
Ooh,
So
did I get to roll
Duran,
willpower too?
wherever you happen to be out and about, you get a kind of overwhelming feeling that you should be going to where Mordecai happens to be.
Nope.
Well,
Nope.
we'll go downstairs to the garage and get in the. I've completely forgotten what car it is, but
Uh,
the Italian make.
The Fiat.
The
Fiat.
Fiat. That's it. And we'll get in the Fiat and follow the feeling. And we'll probably figure out quite quickly that it's going to be the Heffel Fine Art House.
oh
Are
yeah.
you hooked on a feeling?
Entirely possible.
Chuck up.
So I'm expecting from where I am, it should take about 10, 15 minutes to get there.
From where you are, driving at
Yeah.
this particular point in time in night, 5 to 10.
Okay.
It wouldn't
it's a
take you
straight
that
line.
long at all. It's pretty much just to hit Granville and start driving in one direction.
Okay.
So Jude want kind of like, I know that it takes some time to concentrate for the summon and it'll take some time for Duran to get there.
Yeah.
So Jude's just trying to like mine more information from Kane. So she looks at him and she's like, well, it must be a pretty big deal what's going on if you're here, right?
Yeah. It's has to do with the stone, really.
Yeah. What made you decide to intercede ultimately?
I kind of like this reality.
That's one of the one we're from.
Yeah, this one or the one we're from?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So the stone, what are you?
Breaking it is not great.
But we have to do that, do we not?
Our doubles are fucked.
Yeah. You kind of do. Unless there's intervention.
I imagine that would require substantial supernatural power.
Yeah.
And then
Like
but
you.
then she goes like just motioning to Kane, like,
Storyteller, does Abigail still see anything through this mask?
When you look at Kane, it's kind of like a lens flare when you look around him. It's quite
He is the
distracting.
kind of stuff.
So other than the Michael Bay movie that's right in front of me, is there any indication
J.J.
of
Abrams movie, thank you very much.
J.J. Abrams, Michael Bay, same thing.
One is explosions, the other is lens flares.
Okay. Do I see any indication, like a path forward for where the Gehenna Stone might be based on what I'm seeing through the mask, or is basically
definitely-
Kane blinding it?
It's leading it, like the trail when you look away from Kane kind of like goes, it looks like it goes maybe past him. You can't quite tell when you're looking at him.
Okay. So Abigail turns to Kane and says, based on this thing, which by the way hurts a little bit, the path to the Gehenna Stone, I think it's behind you. Is this something, like, do you actually know where it is?
I do.
Okay. So, all right. Well, I mean, I guess I believe you on that. So, do I still need this mask?
You make a good point. And before any of you can even perceive that there was movement, Kane is beside Abigail. May I?
Well, how much is it going to hurt?
A lot, but not at all.
I am skeptical of this whole
A small
situation.
sacrifice for
The
our
last
Lord.
guy we ran into in a room like this said he was Kane too.
So how do we, okay, before we take this off, so Mordecai, how do you wish for us to prove that this is Kane? How do you think that he should prove himself? Because I personally don't even know what
No,
to
I
look
like this
for.
guy, but I don't.
You don't think he's Kane?
You
Well,
really
that's
like
reasonable.
this guy.
listen, I feel like this is kind of a yes and situation in terms of like for our own well-being. I'm not saying what I believe, but I don't really think that ultimately matters because this is the information that we're presented with. So I feel like being on the side of just like getting more information is like where we should be allocating ourselves. I mean, I could be wrong, but
Fair. All right. Well, I mean, go ahead then, Kane, if you want to take this off. If you think that is something that I can do now, then yes, go ahead.
All right. And Kane grabs the mask. And the pulling sensation on your face is excruciating. Like he has one hand on your shoulder and he's pulling the mask off you. And you can feel like the kind of drill things that were in your face kind of like pulling different sections of your skin forward, and it hurts. Like 2 superficial damage hurts.
Sorry, you said 2 superficial?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
This is a lot of damage. If you had put this on a regular human, they would probably be bleeding out at this point.
Oh, that's
And-
unpleasant. Thank you so much.
As it comes off, he puts his hand over your eyes and over your face, and your face is completely healed. There's no damage.
So does that mean that the superficial is all gone?
Correct.
Oh,
He is
Okay, that-
risen.
There's a neat
Well-
party trick.
Valerian?
I didn't.
Do you require a sacrifice?
No.
Oh. What is this blood pyramid thing?
This isn't
Your,
like
Your
the
Highness.
first city. I'm not a highness.
Vincent,
Yes.
cut the honorifics at his request. So just
I
cut it
just,
down.
I mean, it's understandable. Like, I do regularly frequent Joey's bar when I'm in town.
You should make yourself known. I'll make you the best drink ever.
I don't know if you guys have my vintage.
How vintage.
Like, extreme vintage.
I feel like we're getting into the realm of absurdism here now. So, all right,
mean,
thank you for
Your
fixing
vampires, it's pretty absurd to begin with, honestly.
I mean, of course, yes, but
Mhm.
there's absurdist and then there's totally absurdist, and I think we've reached totally absurdist. But thank you for healing this. This makes me less in pain. I appreciate it.
So, your friend should be arriving at some point soon.
Yeah, probably any minute.
To answer the other question, this particular pyramid was created by the Bali.
Ah,
They're not great.
No.
where do they come from?
The Salubri.
Ah,
There's kind of a mix-up that the Tremere weren't entirely wrong.
oh,
Thank you. My God, this is and
When
she
they
sort of like tries to contain it. Like as she's saying that, she's like, "Oh, shut up! Don't do that."
when they started spreading rumors in the Middle Ages about the Salubri being Diablerists and demon worshippers, it was a bloodline of the Salubri. It wasn't the Salubri as a whole.
I'm shocked.
So we were right, they were wrong.
Not entirely
Fine.
right. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a gray area.
yes. I mean, very kind of gray. Yes.
From a certain point of view, there was correct assumptions.
All right. So, how do we get this Gehenna stone then? You said you know where it is. What are we going to need to do to get to this?
It's going to break reality.
Great. Abigail turns to Mordecai. So I'm assuming this means that Connor can't come with us. You wouldn't let us, and she's speaking to Kane at this point, you wouldn't let us bring somebody back to the other reality with us. It would potentially cause joy in our reality.
Cause joy in your reality.
Yes.
I'd be interesting to hear how.
And Abigail starts talking about Cassandra and the situation with Prince Jude, and basically just going, I'm gonna yada yada this. She's just
Yeah.
gonna explain this to Gabe.
That could be interesting.
I mean, I am the prince of the city. You want the prince of the city to be happy, right? Or as happy as we can get.
I mean you no offense when I say this,
Oh boy.
but your happiness is fairly low on my list of concerns.
Oh, certainly. I didn't think it didn't even register. I'm assuming, and I take no offense.
considering what you've put in place here, which is part of the disruption that I was speaking of, all of you have kind of put in disruptive things. Removing Mr. Lilu from that particular situation wouldn't disrupt things that much further, as the Independent Alliance is pretty close to wiping the city clean anyway. They're like the Sabbat with motivation.
It's gotten that bad already?
Probably worse from what you're assuming.
Then I mean, yeah, we got to put a stop to it. I mean, we fought so hard to keep the Sabbat out of here. I'm not going down without another fight.
So it's at this point that Duran would probably be showing up. And
Yeah, park the Fiat outside. Now, so I understand where we're going. You go
Yeah.
into the main body of the, and everyone else is down by the inverted triangle. So downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are the bodies?
The bodies are in the first chamber that are like once you make it downstairs, you go down the spiral staircase, everything kind of turns to stone. There's that one chamber that's there, and then there's the, I guess, now open doors. So you would come down the stairs, notice that there are a bunch of bodies laying about and flayed and basically stuck to walls via staking and beheading, etc. And, you know, that'd be kind of like a curiosity, and then there'd be the giant open doors that...
Oh, no. That's more than a curiosity, especially because some of them are wearing jumpsuits that have the Giovanni name on them. That's stepping off the stair and just looking at this. You know, Duran's going to kind of pause. The Bolivian eyes go up immediately.
Okay.
And he's going to quietly say, "Fammi sasso con una motosega," which is Italian for "sex me up with a chainsaw." And then we are going to begin rousing.
Like the Kill Me Bad song?
No.
I wanna say
so with the Oblivion eyes down, is the place crowded with ghosts? Is it?
It's pretty crowded. It's pretty like ridiculously crowded.
Did you say shrouded with ghosts?
It's almost like the giant from beginning of time person that's here has a lot of killing baggage around him. Yeah, like ghost. Let's call it wraithly baggage.
It's almost like he was the world's first murderer.
What?
Hey.
What?
Okay, so we'll start with, oh, very nicely done. So rousing Aura of Decay, won that one.
Okay.
So that goes up. Shadow cast as well, because, and that one's successful, because so shadows are going to start to thicken around Duran and start to move around him.
I do believe your friend has arrived.
And then, the Aura of Doom, of course, as everything gets cold and wilty and not happy anywhere near him. And Duran gets a whole lot whiter and paler. And
more whiter and paler than Duran already is.
Yeah. It's a job, but I mean, you know, you can do it. You can do it. And then, Touch of Oblivion. Oh yeah, and there's another successful. So those three are up, and I'm expecting that's about when I will notice the doors. And everyone is past the doors.
Everyone's past the doors. Yeah.
I'm going to whisper to the wraithly army that I can see, "Follow me. This is where the fun begins."
None of them move.
Head for the doors. Oh, that's okay. I don't care.
Duran, is it?
At which point I'm going to shadow step. hungry.
Duran.
That's one failure. Now, who was it on this side?
It was someone else.
Yeah, it was
But
someone else.
it's
and I can't
starting to
remember.
sound like yours.
Oh, okay. As I
Duran,
take
what are you
a few
doing?
shadow steps, it'll silenciez, Papa. I'm taking care of business.
I don't think you are.
See. And then I'm going to come out right behind him, or right behind where he should be, and attempt a grapple.
Okay. You grapple.
With Touch of Oblivion.
Nothing seems to be happening.
Okay, so
Like, this
so
is definitely concerning, because usually it's
No,
like, okay, this happens, and
I understand. It's not hugely concerning considering the last time I ran into someone down here.
Duran coming in a little hot, buddy.
So yeah, I'm going to look over his shoulder at Prince Jude and say, "See," and there were a number of bodies upstairs that have my family name on them.
That's Kane.
See, so was the last one.
Okay.
Well, this person says that they can basically help us get back
I can.
to our own area.
And Duran's going to lean forward a little bit, and the whisper is loud enough for everyone to hear, but right behind Kane's ear kind of thing. And are you responsible for the corpses of my family members in the other room?
I am not.
Who is?
They have been taken care of.
That didn't answer the question.
Well, if you want to fish them out from the blood pool.
The blood pool that was in our reality being used to summon some demonic thing, and you tossed people in.
Yeah, it's harder for them to summon the demonic thing when the people chanting that were here are very dead.
I understand that. However, I also understand that feeding the thing the blood through the pool was one of the steps, which kind of makes me wonder, do you dress yourself in the morning, or do you have someone help you with that? Because it's kind of dumb.
I have AIDS.
I imagine that you do.
Yeah, there's no concern for that, aside from the fact that at some point soon you probably won't be in this reality anymore, so it's not really a concern.
See, but what happens in one reality may or may not impact another reality. So I worry about the entire tapestry, not just a couple of threads.
That's part of the reason why I'm here. Seems a lot of you have been pulling at many threads.
Well, what else are you supposed to do when you're in a different dimension than your own?
See,
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that there's already been disruption.
Something, flapping butterfly, something, tsunami.
I have always held that the best theory is when you are in another time or another dimension, step on a butterfly right away. This way you get it out of the way and done with. You know it's going to happen. So Duran's going to just let go of the back of his neck and kind of step off and to the side a little bit. And still keep an eye on him, and still, shadows kind of rolling around him.
Neat trick.
So then, Kane, Mr. Kane, what is it exactly that we need to do now that the five of us are here?
I'm assuming you're going to be bringing along someone.
Well, if you'll allow us, but what are the steps here?
I'm going to attempt to send you back.
See, where is Senor Lilu?
Well, that's what I've requested, and Kane has so graciously said that perhaps it won't be such a big deal if we bring Mr. Lilu and Cassandra back over to our reality,
Bueno.
which I am starting to think might be a bad idea, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, so we need to get them on the way here if they are going to indeed like try to come with us. And so then we're all together, Gehenna Stone smash, you do something, and then we go back, or we don't have to smash the Gehenna Stone because you're here. Is that what you're saying?
It's a lot more complicated than that. But that's the general idea.
All right. Well, let's contact Mr. Lilu then. Abigail goes through the contacts in her phone. I'm assuming she put Connor's number in there or something.
That's a good assumption.
Okay. So
Already done.
already done.
I have summoned him as well.
Oh. Oh, wouldn't a phone call just simply be easier?
Well, that was 10 minutes ago. You were all talking about extra curricular spirituality and whatever.
We were waiting for Duran. All right, fine, whatever. It's fine. As long as he gets here. With Cassandra, I assume. Was she summoned? Should
Yeah.
I
They
I haven't
would-
met
phone
her.
call?
I'm sure Lulu would bring her if he was going to bring her.
All right.
I don't know. I haven't used presence on her. I can't actually summon her.
Fair.
before they get here, though. I generally don't do this. But you're all going to need something a little extra when you get over to your own reality. There's been some disruptions in your reality.
We imagined that would be the case, but maybe bigger than we imagined.
You're going to need a bit of a leg up when you get over there.
I mean, I'll take whatever advantages we can get.
All right. And he bites his wrist and he offers it to Prince Jude.
I'm sorry.
Abigail turns around to Jude and she's like, I trust your judgment, but and she just throws up her hands and she's like, "Good."
I drink the blood.
Your hunger goes down to 0.
Okay, that is noted.
And your generation goes down by 1.
Okay. Love that for me.
Like, this is the most tasteful, like, flavor thing that you've ever tasted before in your life or in your own death.
I mean, I
Abigail-
imagine Jude is pretty like wrapped then in this small amount that she's consuming.
Are you okay, Jude?
Friends,
Yeah. I'm fine.
is it good?
I don't think I'll ever have the words to describe that, honestly.
I'm so jelly.
Kane, what did you do to her?
I gave her a leg up.
And Jude kind of like stands up straighter, kind of like rolls her shoulders back and like just lets the power of this potent blood like kind of, she wants to feel it all like inside, and she
It's kind of like your entire body basically has been cut off from blood flow, like the tingly, like you slept on your arm type
oh, like
thing.
numb.
But
Okay.
it's like through your entire body, but it's not like you don't feel like as if you can't quite feel it, but it's kind of like the tingling sensation through your entire body.
Yeah, so she's probably doing like some of this, like
Oh yeah, there's some testing out.
moving her legs and then storyteller, I don't know if there are like any other like immediate mechanical considerations to that.
Not right now.
Okay, that's fine. I was just checking. I mean, thank you.
Vincent,
Yes.
like the arm goes over towards you. The exact same thing happens. Hunger 0, -1 generation.
Yes.
Storyteller, mechanically, what is the humanity at?
Your humanity
No, the humanity for those who have drunken of Kane.
stays the same. And Vincent kind of not falls like directly on his butt, but just kind of like slides down like after drinking. Like there's like blood on. It's the tastiest thing you've ever tasted.
Mm-hmm.
Abigail,
Thank you, Kane. Praise be to you.
Abigail's being offered the wrist.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Abigail looks over at Jude and looks over at Vincent, and she goes quizzically, like puts her thumb up, and she's like,
The double thumbs up from Vincent.
It's like
Oh.
the best whiskey you could ever have that you can't even describe.
I
Think
mean,
of something you drank when you were alive that penetrated your soul. It like scratched your cerebral cortex.
Abigail has questions, but
And I think Jude, if Jude sees any of like the kind of doubt or like questioning, I think like knowing how Abigail kind of thinks through things, I think Jude just tries to give her like a deep nod, like, we just got to do this.
all right. I'm assuming Mr. Kane, you will tell us
No,
how...
Mister, just Kane. It's like Madonna.
All right. I assume,
Daddy?
Kane, you will tell us how this gives us a leg up after we've, all had a little sip. All right,
You'll
Abigail.
realize it pretty quickly.
Abigail takes the sip.
Same thing. Hunger 0, -1 gen.
All right.
Mordecai. And the wrist is offered in your direction.
Very subtly, when I take a hold of the wrist, apply pressure.
How much pressure?
Well, I have roused Fist of Cain.
Nothing moves. You feel
Okay.
it's kind of like if you as Mike were to grab onto an iron bar and like try to manipulate it in your hand. There's nothing moving.
Huh.
Give it a sip, Mordecai.
Try to take more than one.
You cannot.
No,
Like, as soon as you kind
get
of,
that out of your mouth.
as soon as you
Stop it.
drink it in, like, it's just overpowering that your body just kind of like almost loses cohesion in like control over your muscles. So you latch on enough to get like that down to 0 hunger and -1 generation, but then you kind of like slide off. Like, it just overwhelms your senses. Duran.
Mhm.
Well, seeing that the entire coterie is doing this, and seeing that it is very much in line with my own philosophy, sì, grazie.
And you're drinking?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Same thing. Like, this is the best alcohol you've ever had, coupled with the best chocolate, the absolute sharpest cheese. Yeah, I had to go there. And you're overwhelmed. -1 generation and 0 hunger. And even in the back of your mind, because as you had just roused recently, your beast is like, that's the good stuff.
Yep.
And then the
And I
beast
did-
fades.
And I did a willpower roll with 5 successes to not show a thing on the surface.
Okay.
In my brain's going nuts, but outside it's like, see, that was good.
That was a good idea, Steve. I know. Sorry.
Fired.
Sorry. I know.
Steve, you started it. I want to hear it.
So that, as I'm guessing Connor and Cassandra are
Re-enrolling.
pulling up outside, is a great time for a bit of a break. So come on back in about 5 to 7, everybody, and we will see you on the other side of the break.
We'll make you a believer.
Welcome back, everyone. And they had a bit of an energy drink before the break, and we are gonna pick up right there. So everybody's had the drink. Your limbs feel not. You can't feel them tingly, but there's definitely it's almost like an electric static charge is in them. You feel a bit more powerful. Can't quite put your finger on why exactly because, mechanically, out of game, but in game it's like, this is cool. So it's at that point that Connor and Cassandra come down the stairs around the corner, and they're kind of looking at you, and they're like, we're this is the right place. Are we gonna be doing that thing?
Do you still want to do that thing?
Well, you did say that there would be opportunities.
Plenty of opportunities.
Indeed.
Oh, also, Cassandra, Jude, Cassandra. Well, Prince Jude, Cassandra, Prince Jude.
Jude goes up to Cassandra like very confidently and takes her hand and kisses it and looks like deep into her eyes and just says, "Hello, Cassandra."
Oh, hello.
Glad
And
you're here.
she's kind of confused because she knows who the prince is. And she knows that this prince isn't really kind of acting like the prince would in this reality.
Did Connor explain things to you, Cassandra?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just kind of like it's a little complicated for me,
Don't worry
Explain.
about it. We can explain everything when we get back.
It's really hard to play Ditzy Cassandra. I'm sorry.
It's funny. I love this.
Well, Cassandra, is there anything that you would like for us to explain before you come and join us in a different reality?
I don't think so. Like I've watched all of like the Marvel movies, so I know. Yeah, I know stuff.
Hi, Cassandra. We've never met.
You're like the
Yes.
weren't you like Anarch or something?
I am very much anarch.
Right, but then you stopped, and then you were like Camarilla again, and then it's like you're like besties with the prince, and you guys are like best friends. You guys like hang out
Yeah.
together, and yeah.
Yeah. I'm Vincent.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are
You-
serious.
You know how it is, allegiances change so that everybody can be kept safe. That's what we're trying to do for
Exactly.
Vancouver.
And Kane looks at you all, and he's like, "This isn't generally supposed to be done, but with God's sense of humor, I suppose, having something being so fragile," and he's holding up a Gehenna stone. I'd
Pretty center.
figure since these are as breakable as they are, that it's sooner rather than later somebody was bound to do it. Are you ready?
Abigail looks around at everybody else and says, I am.
I'm ready.
Sure. I'm ready to go.
See,
One question. Right. Out of character, I did that just to watch Sara just recoil. It's like, oh.
I mean, I've come to expect it from
In terms of
Contrarians.
displacement, we are moving bodies, moving X to Y, Y to Z, etc. With Mr. Lilu, there is a unique circumstance in our reality because one of him doesn't exist there. But to least of my knowledge, one of Cassandra does. Is that, and I point at the redhead, going to cause a problem with one already existing? Will that one be displaced
I don't know.
to make room for this one? That would be hilarious.
Jude's
be.
face darkens in that moment, and she's like, I don't care what happens to her.
Well,
Oh, nice. I'm impressed.
So
can't be with the one you love the one you're with, I guess.
Something like that.
So I'm assuming you're all going to be putting your hands on each other's shoulders or holding hands, forming a circle, or I don't even know how this works.
Let's I guess hold hands. I don't know.
I would love to hold your hand, Abby. Let's go.
Yeah,
right,
Jude
let's get
grabs
the
your
fuck out of
other
here.
hand. She's like, just like the old right before the church potluck dinner.
Ew.
Say what, Abigail?
I
Ew.
had to make it weird.
Ew.
I mean,
that's
Weirder.
okay,
I
whatever.
Wait,
Let's just get the fuck
wait,
out of
am I
here.
rubbing off on you, Jude? Yes.
So Cassandra grabs Jude's other hand. And then
Yeah.
Connor grabs the other hand of Cassandra. Where does Duran and Mordecai fit into this particular circle?
well, I'm going to turn off Touch of Oblivion.
Probably a good idea.
Thanks.
Or of Decay, however, I'm just going to leave up because why not? Have
gr-
been that spooky this entire scene, might as well just stay that spooky.
You grab Connor's other hand with Touch of Oblivion, and then he crumbles to dust. It's like, God damn it. Again.
So yeah, actually, I'll just put a hand on either shoulder of Prince Jude and the shoulder of Baron Vincent. Clammy, corpse-like hands. They're about the squishiest people we have, so that's the best place for hands exactly like that.
There.
Mordecai, are you joining us?
Well, I guess I have to complete the circuit, don't I?
I'll be your big spoon. It's okay.
You've already got a partner.
You don't have to
Uh,
make it weird, Baron. You don't have to make it weird.
What I'm trying to
Mordecai
do
also puts his hands on shoulders, one on Lilu, one on Duran. Equally cold. Only I don't have a fancy power to make him cold. I'm just that fucking.
So at that point, Connor kind of like scoots over. What was the other hand that was left open? I believe Vincent on the other side.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
and he
so.
grabs Vincent's hand like he's. You sure
You
this is
have
gonna be okay?
you have a soft hand.
And moisturize.
Oh, what do you use? La
Uh,
Roche?
no, actually, just like the over-the-counter stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Very
sometimes like the simplest
Yeah,
solution works the best.
that's what I use for lip balm.
Snicker.
I used to.
Yeah,
I used
yeah.
to.
Occam's razor. Let's go.
Yeah.
So Kane, upon seeing everybody linked hands, he holds the Gehenna stone above his head, and you don't see him like kind of crouch superhero wise or anything like that, prepare to jump, but he's suddenly above you, and he throws the Gehenna stone in between the circle, and you almost swear when the Gehenna stone breaks and it shatters, and there's like red blood like mist that spreads around all of you. You almost swear that you can hear him say, Godspeed. And all of you
Praise
are
Kane.
flooded with just not visions in the aspect sense, just sort of like flashes. They could be memory, they could be what is happening in different realities. You see Prince Jude sitting on it almost looks like it's made of circuits and wires, like an electrical throne with a crown that is connected to it with like electrical wires going to it and circuits all along her face and a mechanical arm reaching out across the city. There's another vision of you've kind of seen things like this in the past. It's like you've seen like maybe
Not for the blood god.
you've seen kind of descriptions or in books that you've seen like it could possibly be Philadelphia, but it's in flames and the cane that you just saw is like gigantic and walking through
That's
it.
our reality.
There's like a flash of Abigail ripping through some old-timey looking, like there's giant machines that look like people are programming them, perhaps. And Abigail is ripping through it, lighting things on fire. And you can see Vincent enjoying himself, like dressed all in black, black trench coat. He's got a black hat on, and he's like swinging a katana with looks like thin bloods chasing after them with glee on his face. You can see Mordecai, what looks like it could be Egypt, and holding his arm out, and it looks like he's in control of a bunch of people that are kind of going, Mordecai, Mordecai, witness me type situation. It's like he's the head of his own Sedite temple. You can see Duran.
He won't let me let go. Let me go.
You can see Duran in his shop, in his tailor shop. Almost like almost all the realities of Duran are kind of the exact same. And then you're in Sandwich, physically. And it seems familiar. It seems like the Sandwich you know. And you're all around the wooden table. And Gretchen comes running up to you like, where did you all come from? And wait, isn't he dead?
Gretchen.
Yes.
We are all technically dead.
Who played Hellboy?
Ron Perlman. How do you not know that?
I mean, and David Harbour, but okay.
I mean, well, he wasn't as good, really. I mean, come on. The guy from
I
Stranger
didn't see it.
Things.
Did you see Violent Night? He was incredible in that. I'd just like to say.
I guess.
It was like Santa John Wick. How can
It
you not
would have
enjoy
been
that?
better if he had been Ron Perlman in that movie. I mean,
This is our place.
Yeah, see,
And
we're home.
Gretchen or Jude goes up and gives Gretchen a hug.
Thank you.
why are you acting all weird?
It's been a day.
She's your mother. She's allowed to act weird.
I mean, last
Exactly.
I saw you guys were going to I mean, you were already acting kind of weird, let's be honest. But you were going to like a building downtown and then you all kind of disappeared. I haven't been able to get you on the phone for like a couple of days.
Abby?
Huh? Oh, wait. I'm not Abby.
Storyteller Abigail's going to send a text message
Okay.
to singularly and privately to Jaw and just say, what power did Charlie give you during the invasion?
You don't get any response back yet.
Okay.
But I will note that down for later.
I am going to send a text to Cody. I'm like, hey, your mom's hanging out at Sandwich. Want to come hang out? Question mark.
And you get back a couple seconds later. Right now? Question mark. I'm working the door.
Never mind. We're home. I wanted you to
Well,
see your
Gretchen.
son.
Gretchen, I mean, I guess you don't know anything, do you, about what happened?
Not really. Like, you were here. Just you were acting all weird.
Like, weird how?
Like, weird.
I need you to really use your words on this one and tell me what
did.
exactly that
weird.
entails. That's not okay. We were in we got shifted to a different reality, essentially. You know, multiverse, all of that kind of stuff, butterfly effect.
That
all those
explains
things
why you guys
combined.
are acting so weird. When did that
Was that-
start?
Okay, that's what I thought.
Were we cool or not cool? Was I cool?
No.
What do you mean, no?
I
How
don't
bad
really
were
know
we?
how much time has passed. I don't
Yeah.
really know, like,
Well,
here how much time. I'm not really certain, honestly.
You guys started acting weird after you like came back from Stanley Park.
It would be about the
Okay.
same time that we were out, so about a week.
Yeah. Give or take. Yeah, it was
Okay.
about a week ago.
Okay, so we came back from Stanley Park and like, what were we talking about? Like, we
I don't know.
came
You
back here
guys,
to
like-
Sandwich.
You excluded me from conversations. I mean,
Yeah,
you do
that
that anyway,
tracks.
but
Not weird.
then you were like, I don't know, you wanted to find like some kind of stone, something or other.
Sure.
I
Also
guess
makes
you guys
sense.
found it, but I don't know. It's weird. Then you
When
like
did you see that version?
that was
Where
like
did you see them last?
2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
That doesn't
Do you
line
know?
up. If everything got switched, but not at the same time, then there were duplicates in other realities, and that can be problematic.
And Jude looks at Cassandra like,
Well, I mean, of course, it's going to be problematic anyway. But
Both
yes.
she and Connor are there.
okay, and they look
And they
like,
crumble to ash.
yeah, I was about to say they
Yeah,
look
just a
like
pile of ash.
fully realized.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I think it stands to reason that they found the stone and they probably also shifted. Gretchen, do you know, did in this period of the handful of days before they went back, did they go to the art gallery?
I think so.
Okay.
So part of what we have ahead of us over the next couple of nights is unraveling what our shades who were in this reality have done. They may have mucked with things, they may not have. Who's to say?
And it's at that point Connor pipes in with also, I have to figure out what holdings my counterpart had here.
The casino, the Succubus Club.
Hmm. Ooh, Succubus Club. That's a good name. I should
See.
What do you call it?
Oh, well, like, we weren't exactly subtle in our reality. Called it Elysium.
Ooh.
The club was
Preachy.
called Elysium.
Yeah.
There are probably documents and people who would assist you. I would recommend the Succubus Club as the first place to go. It doesn't seem to be under as heavy a hand as the casino is at the moment. The casino might take a bit of work to pry out the Independent Alliance idiots.
Sorry, Teller, are we in the same scene?
No, this is completely different.
Okay. I am going to rouse my blood and rouse leadership. Excuse me, manipulation.
Okay.
So I'm down 1, or I guess hunger 1 now. And I'm going to.
You are not, surprisingly.
Well,
Wah.
fun. And Mordecai is going to bite his lip, draw blood, kiss the top of the asp, and intone the imminence of Set, which allows me to communicate with my ghouls over any distance with a successful leadership and manipulation roll.
Yeah.
2 short sentences. I want each of you to call me Daddy's home.
There's no immediate call.
That's okay. I got 5.
Okay.
Jude sort of slightly furtively like looks around to the rest of the coterie. And she's like, maybe Connor and Cassandra should be on their way to sort of get adjusted. while we ourselves get adjusted here.
Just a
Uh.
question before that happens. Do any of you know where my particular haven would have been in this reality?
Casino is one. I have no doubt that there was space at the Succubus Club.
Should
Beyond that,
probably go there first.
beyond that, I don't know.
I
All
I
right.
would
mean,
avoid the casino for the time being.
I can see if I can find that information, though Connor has been gone for a while, so there's no guarantee that any such havens are still his property. Abigail is going to,
Make with the hacking.
yeah, pull out her laptop for the first time in forever and basically log into the. Well, she's going to rouse her intelligence, or I'm going to rouse her intelligence first, which that is a pass.
I like how it sounded like you were just typing on a keyboard there for a second. Like,
Yeah, that was cool. Sound effects.
one die. And she's going to try and log into
the dark web.
yeah, she's going to try and log into Kevin's
browser.
VPN and see what she can find. Oh my god, I'm using that many dice. Holy shit. None of them are red. Oh my god, that's
None of them are red.
That's weird.
feels weird.
Yeah.
One sec.
I just heard rolling dice from another room.
Wow, that's how you know it's a big pool.
I'm pretty sure it didn't pick up in my mic, though. Kind of disappointed.
Not
That would be 6 successes.
6 successes. Yeah, it's easy enough to find.
Okay.
Connor Lilu, alias this, alias, like, there's like 5 or 6 different aliases, and one of them is listed as Edward, and it is the haven that is listed as potential is the same address as the Succubus Club in this reality.
Okay, so Abigail writes down the address and just like on a little piece of paper hands it to Connor. Seems you had a haven at the Succubus Club as well, so there you go. And while Abigail's still on the laptop, she and in the VPN she sends a quick encrypted message to Kevin saying, "Shit got fucked up. Maybe we should talk tomorrow night." And that's it.
Okay. There's no immediate response back. Well, thank you. And Connor takes the slip of paper. Cassandra and I will be off then. And they,
before they, as they're like departing, like moving toward the doorway, Jude is just going up to Cassandra and just sort of like takes her hand, just holds it like very loosely and just says, "I'll call you." And then does that, like, as she's walking away, their hands drop as the distance grows larger. Well read.
And you have the nerve to gag at my reaction?
I didn't call myself daddy. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you just wanna.
Some of us don't have to say it.
Burn.
aggravated damage. So yeah, they leave.
Okay. So our friend that sent us back, he did mention that there were many disruptions, and it seems like they might be kind of serious considering the gift we got. So where do you think we should start looking about what's gone wrong here?
I think maybe the first thing, and I think Duran saw it as well as me, that in Stanley Park, at least, we could see kind of like a black smoke rising up from various places in the city. I think Duran, you saw that as well. Oh,
It-
yes. So maybe we should walk down to the water and see if we can still see those or not, because I'm hoping that all of this got cleared up. If it didn't, then we have some big problems.
Yeah, checking on that can definitely be part of the strategy. Out of curiosity, does Duran have his shadow now?
You're checking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm checking.
Duran, you look down, and Jude kind of was like, and there is, in fact, a shadow now.
I know it's
Huh.
undignified, but you can do a happy dance, Duran.
I am extremely happy.
Excellent.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
I think that's as much best as we're going to get from Duran.
Well, okay. So Stanley Park, black swirling clouds, seeing what the status of that is. Is it in that vein? Would it be smart to check the other changeling water locations?
Probably, but I think the first thing is definitely, I mean, we're closest to Stanley Park, really. Let's maybe if we even get to the seawall, we should be able to see some of the other ones. We don't necessarily need to be at Stanley Park, just, on False Creek somewhere to be able to see out onto the water and things.
Okay, so perhaps we go hit that, and then maybe afterward, storyteller, what time of night is it right now? You're muted.
You check your phones, which seems to be the Tellus symbol is back the way it was before. And it's like just past midnight.
Oh, okay. So it's still pretty early for us then. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I'm thinking, we take a look as far back as we possibly can be and still see it. We take a look, and then I mean, should we go to Elysium and see what's going on there? Like, cuz I don't know. I'm worried that's what I'm worried about, is that they were mucking about in the court or territory or something of that nature.
There are three areas that they could have influenced: personal, havens, people that we have relationships with, Elysium, the court, sea, and whatever is going on with these things that seem to be related to whatever is in the basement of the Hessen Fine Art Gallery as well. Because, yes, I remember there was a connection there with the darkness. So I would suggest, Senior Abigail said, we check that one first, because that one feels a little more world-ending.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we can get
That
to
goes first.
fixing other stuff as it goes. But getting that one taken care of, I think.
And Jude gestures to everyone in the room. I mean, and she's like, "Well, you're looking at my personal relationships right now. So, and Gretchen seems okay. You're cool, right? Nothing bad happened to you, or
No.
the place where you live, or everything with you's pretty much the same. No major changes."
No. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Cool. That's good. All right, so let's go. Got a lot to see.
Heading to the Fine Action House.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mordecai, the limo.
I was about to say.
Oh, you must be excited for it not to be pink.
True.
Or a
No
Tesla.
one has contacted me yet, so you might be walking.
Okay. I guess I'll go get a lift.
I mean, anything's an option as long as we can get there. Doesn't have to be in a limo necessarily. Though I should probably check on the Baron at some point as well.
The Baron? I'm right here.
No, the other Baron. Oh, I think
What?
I've mentioned it to you before. The Baron that used to. I think you knew that Baron at one point, but maybe heard of him. Baron Marcus. He used to be an
Marcus.
Anarch Baron,
Marcus,
and then
Marcus.
he got turned by the mages into a
Into a-
inanimate object. Let's just say it that way.
What, a pin?
Oh no, worse than that.
I wouldn't call it inanimate.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah,
so
neither would
what? So
I.
what is it?
Okay.
What?
What
I'm
is
curious.
it?
He's
What
a
is
car. He's a car, like you know.
What? He's a car?
Yes. Anyway, that's
where is it?
I don't want to really inspect that just yet until we're sure everything else is okay. But
He's a fucking
yes.
car.
See, a hearse. 60s, 70s.
A hearse?
See.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. I gotta see this guy.
While
no.
we're waiting on a potential reply from Mordecai's ghouls, I think just like Jude is trying to capitalize on like every single second to try to find out what's going on. So she is going to text Cassius
Okay.
and just be like, hey, like, can I get a status update? What's going on over there?
It takes a couple of minutes, but you eventually get back in the lab. That's it.
Okay. So that seems normal. And she looks at Abigail. I just texted Cassius. He just says in the lab, so that seems pretty status quo to me.
Well, I mean, we'll see, I guess. I mean, you've seen the Slider series, the whole thing with the squeaky gate and all that. Spoilers, by the way. With the squeaky gate and all that stuff that's no longer squeaky. I'm just concerned that maybe we are just close enough to our reality that we're not in it, but I suppose we will find out over the next few days. So Cash just may not be an indication. It's possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just reaching out to anyone that I can contact now to just try to get the temperature on, just collecting as much data as I can. Storyteller, do I presumably have Frank's contact info?
You probably would, yeah.
Okay. I'm also going to text him and I'm just like, hey, also, may I get a status update? Anything going on right now I should know about?
Nope.
This is giving me it's too quiet feeling and I don't like it. Okay, and looks around at everybody again. Frank says nothing's going on that I need to know about, or there's nothing of importance.
Well, if Mordecai's calls have not responded yet, then maybe we should just catch a cab and get this out of the way.
I'm already
Yeah,
on
whatever's clever.
I'm already on it. I ordered us an Uber. Well, a Lyft XL.
All right.
The person picking us up is Mike. Just Mike.
So Jude starts making her way like to go outside Sandwich, and before she's completely out of the building, she just looks at Gretchen and she says, listen, if anything out of the ordinary, unusual, what have you, happens, or you get a weird text message or someone you don't recognize or anything like that, please just contact me right away. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. I'm glad you're okay also.
I'm glad I'm okay too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, shit's been scary.
Yeah.
I think that in this moment, like, Jude feels a profound guilt that she has brought Gretchen into this kind of like lovable, like pop culture loving, like student, like of film. Like, I think just like Gretchen was really just like living her life and then was in danger because of Jude, and now is in more danger of like an even worse kind, probably, now that she's Kindred. So I think Jude really like has a moment of like serious guilt in that moment, looking at her before she leaves the building.
Is everyone else following suit and leaving?
Oh yeah.
Not with the guild. But yeah, sure.
I mean, that's fair.
Are you being expressive, Jude, that you're feeling this way?
I mean, I think if you looked at her for more than like a half a second, there's probably like a look of like deep emotion on her face, but maybe you don't know like what exactly she's feeling.
Okay.
But yeah, like there's a bit of a disturbance, but she's not like saying anything out loud. It's all
Okay.
just internal. And I think Jude's whole like approach to all of these situations and all the chaos is like truly just like trying not to be extremely reactive and like getting bent out of shape about stuff, because her default, I mean, go back and watch the previous seasons, was just kind of like these big emotional outbursts. So I think she's really trying to like not do that.
Are you being
anymore.
successful at it? Is what I should ask.
Well,
kinda
I
like-
don't know if the storyteller wants to make me roll to like try to conceal my emotions or whatever, but if not, then yeah, she is trying to pretty much hide how she feels and just get the job done.
Right.
I mean, I contacted Jar as well and asked him a fairly specific question that should at least give me an indication to make sure we're in the right place. But as well, we should probably be talking to Jar because he might have a better idea of what our doppelgangers did or did not do.
We
So hope-
definitely need to know what he knows.
yeah, so
And I
hopefully
t-
we'll. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, and I was like, and I texted Cody, and he seemed like he was wanting to see you, Abigail, but he's at work at the door tonight. So I was like, that's pretty apropos. So there.
Didn't you take him off the door?
I did, but I kind of rotated him out because he's not really, he can make mojitos, but like,
Oh, so
we
he's going
need-
to be a jack of all trades.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to make him do.
All right, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm rousing
Yeah.
my manipulation.
Fair enough.
I failed.
What
Or
what is
did
it to
I?
what is it to beat that roll? For those of us with a
You-
specialty in discovering secrets.
You do not actually get hungrier.
Okay, still feels weird, but thought I'd ask. Okay.
Wits, I'm gonna do wits and insight. Yeah.
To try to discover it. Yeah, like
Okay.
wits and
Yeah.
insight or
All right, I'm rolling.
yeah, let's go with wits and insight.
Okay, I'm gonna rouse. I failed,
You did
so I
not.
get a hunt. Okay, works for me.
For everybody playing the home game,
You
that's
failed,
one
but you
each
didn't.
for Vincent, Mordecai, and Jude.
Great.
Indeed. Yeah, that can't be a
Okay.
long-term thing. Okay, I got 4.
Crit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Damn it.
She's trying
Put
to
some
hide it.
points. Sorry, you were muted, Mordecai. What did you say?
Oh my, yeah.
What?
8.
So everybody sees through it, I guess.
Jude is many things. Subtle isn't necessarily one of them.
Huh.
Friends?
So do they get the impression that like what
There's-
I'm feeling, or just that I'm like,
there's
what
a-
do they actually do? They deduce.
They don't get the exact feeling, but they know that you're trying to kind of be subtle and try to like put up a brave face about something. They're just not exactly sure what.
I'll kind of approach from the side, Jude, and I'll just kind of like lean in your ear and just say, hey, if you need to cry, you can use my chest. It's fine. No one will see.
And I think Jude's face kind of like twists up in that moment, and she says, "I'm not doing that anymore."
Okay. Just saying, if you need me, I'm here.
Thanks.
And I'll just keep walking so not to draw further.
Is Mordecai doing anything with this discovery?
He's texting, but he's doing that sort of that half paying attention text, and his eyes are like just locked on you, just watching your every move.
Gotcha. So maybe Jude lingers, kind of like watching Gretchen as she like goes to do whatever she's gonna do, and then leaves the building.
Has Mike pulled up yet?
Mike has in fact pulled up.
Yes.
Hey, lift for Vincent.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, hey, I'm Mike.
Nice to meet you. Shotgun.
All right. I'm
He
in.
will hold the door open though for the prince and Abigail.
Yeah, Jude's climbing in.
Gentlemen.
Mordecai, Duran.
Gonna be a snug fit.
What are we in?
He ordered an XL, so this is
I
like
did.
Yeah, we did.
This is
Oh,
like
okay.
two back seats in the back of this
Yes.
SUV like contraption.
Nice. All right. This is nice. Can you put on some Paramore?
I don't like have Paramore, man.
Pearl Jam?
Yeah, that I got.
Okay, put that on.
You suddenly hear what a weird soundtrack for this moment.
Yeah. To answer a question in the chat from Mordecai, there is a text. It just says reporting in.
Something's wrong.
Do you say that out loud?
And then
What's
Do you care
wrong?
to elaborate?
After you say that, you get the text of like the kind of code that you would have given for an all clear.
I don't like it.
Well,
Not like
just
any of us
paranoid.
feel exactly comfortable right now. I don't think any of us really feel that. Like it's just gonna be a while until we know more. And with that, like Jude kind of just like settles in and tries to make herself as small as possible in order for people to have maximum room.
There's plenty of space because it's like
Oh, cool. Love it.
yeah, because Vincent was shotgun, so he's up front, and then there's like room enough for like 3 people in each one, and I'm assuming like Abigail and Jude in the one kind of back seat, and then Mordecai and Duran in the secondary back seat.
Yeah, maybe she does it out of habit and then realizes she doesn't have to and kind of like spreads out a little more.
So it takes a couple minutes to get to the Ruffle Fine Action House, and it pulls up, and Mike's like, so, you guys want to get out here, or is there like parking around here that I can pull into or something?
I thought, were we going here to Stanley Park? I thought we were going to Stanley Park. I guess it doesn't matter.
I thought it
Because
was
the auction house was more direct.
auction
Yeah,
house first, yeah.
Either
But
one's
as-
going to have the spirally smoke thing. So
Either one.
As
Okay,
you
my
go
bad. I was just a little confused. You're fine.
As you go across the Granville Bridge, however, you definitely would be able to see if there was anything supernatural about the pool that is in Stanley Park.
Then yeah, I want to auspex that as we're
Yeah.
going by.
Wits and
For
Auspex.
sure.
And in the spirit of not getting hungrier, I'm going to rouse my wits, if that's okay.
Sure.
Nice.
Me too.
And Durant,
That
if you
is a
wanted to
fail. Fail.
if you wanted to Oblivion Sight as well, you'd probably be able to pick it up from that distance.
Yeah, no.
No? All right.
No.
Is it safe to
voice do
assume
we
that my
hear?
failure is not a failure, or
That is safe to assume. And again, everyone playing the
No,
home game.
Winston!
That is Abigail, Vincent, Mordecai, and
Winston!
Jude that have all quote unquote failed rouse checks since the incident.
I actually got 7 on a crit.
So you close your eyes. 5 for Vincent. Abigail, how you doing? That sounds like a lot of counting. 3. So 5, 7, 5, 3. So we're all odd numbers in this one.
All primes.
So you look out across the kind of opening up of False Creek into the bay, and you look over towards where Stanley Park is, and there doesn't seem to be anything there, supernaturally speaking.
Jude looks at Abigail and then at Vincent, like in their positions in the car, and she's like, I don't see anything over the pool. Nothing, like literally nothing.
Is that
You're
a good
muted,
thing or a bad
Abigail.
thing?
that would be a good thing, Baron, and I don't see anything either. But
Nor do I.
I'm curious as to whether or not the auction house will go back to not having a blood pyramid with displayed.
Mike, Mike is here.
I thought we got out of it.
Oh.
I thought.
Oh.
That place has a blood pyramid? That's cool.
Sorry.
Is it like
Sorry,
an
I
art
mistook. I
thing?
thought. No. Sorry.
It's fine. I was like, are we
Yes.
still around this dude?
I was like, for a second there, I thought we were already. Okay, never mind. Yeah, as we're
I'm
going over
willing
the
to
bridge.
go with it. Honestly, he'd be like, "Oh, is it like an art thing? That'd be great."
Don't,
Yeah.
don't,
Okay,
don't
and
worry about
Abigail
it.
looks over at him and says,
Glad
says,
memory. Cool.
Yeah.
No, just make up a regular
Not-
lie.
Not while he's driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, not while he's
Look,
driving.
Yeah.
Oh my god, where am I?
okay, not while he's driving. It'll be less than 10 minutes, and then Abigail will do Cloud Memory.
Okay.
What do you mean
Okay.
a blood pyramid? What is that? What are you talking about, man?
Oh, it's an art term. It's a artistic term for the
Is that some Dolly shit?
yes. It was called the
Inspired
melting
by.
blood. It was called the melting blood pyramid. It
Wasn't
was
he like a racist or
before the
something?
melting
I forget. I don't
clocks.
know.
What?
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Wait, didn't
I
he
don't
have
have
like the pet
time.
iguana? What was that thing? Or a Gila monster?
He was a weird dude. Like that's
Yeah.
well established about his life. Just a big old weirdo.
But he wasn't.
so-
He wasn't Italian. He was.
Uh,
Olay, right?
I thought he was Spanish.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yeah.
Olay.
right. Castanets. Okay.
Yeah.
Abigail hangs her head in shame. She's just like, I'm
Okay,
so
we're all off
tired
our-
right
we're
now.
all off our game.
Yeah,
We're all
so-
off our game.
Over the
Vincent.
bridge, and Mike pulls up in front of the auction house, and he's like, "So, you guys Is there like parking nearby, or you just want to get out here? Or
Just- Abigail looks at everybody. She's like, just here, I think.
Yeah,
Let's-
this is fine.
Yeah, we'll just get out here. Cool.
Let me
Thank
give
you
you
so
a
much,
5-star.
Mike.
I'm giving you a
5
5-star rating,
stars.
and
Oh,
I'll
cool,
give you
thanks.
a $20 tip.
Nice.
Huh? Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Here's 10
you can
extra
do it.
monies.
You can do it in like the app, man.
Oh no, I was gonna give you cash in your hand too,
Oh,
because like you've been
cool.
great.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah.
Also, thanks for the Pearl Jam. That
Yeah,
was,
enjoy
brought
those
back
like
memories.
blood pyramid things, whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about. And how he just turned around in the seat. Abigail. Hey, also,
Do I need to roll for cloud memory at this
No.
point, or okay?
Okay.
It works
'Cause-
actually automatically on humans.
Right,
Yeah.
that is true.
So
Hey, my
he
friend.
blinks a few times after Abigail does the thing and is like, "Oh hey man, I guess I already picked you guys up. Where
Yeah.
are you going?"
We're here. Actually,
Really?
also hold a second. Group consensus. Do we need to go anywhere else, or to kind of just send him on his way?
I think we're done.
Okay. We're good. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
I already tipped you and gave you 5 stars. You've been great.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Also, now kind of reach over, put some Paramore on your Spotify, and I'll get out.
Okay. Everybody else piling out?
Oh yeah.
So, are you going in attempting the front door, or are you going around back?
Well, first of all, I'm going to wait for Mike to bugger off,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I'm going to use Oblivion Sight
Okay.
when there's no one around to witness it.
Yeah, that's a good point about Oblivion Sight.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, storyteller, what does this place look like? What is it called?
It's the Heffel Fine Auction House,
Heffel.
and that just brutalized it on the the closed captioner. It was like Heffelin or something, and I'm like, okay, that's not at all what I said.
5 successes with the.
This
Oblivion Sight.
particular section of Granville, it is on a hilled gradient. So if you went across the street, then you would probably have a better view of what it looks like from the, like, looking back across the bridge and over to where the pool would be. You look out, you blink a few times, your eyes go jet black, and you don't see anything over the pool. You do see something that wasn't there before. Like it's really small. It kind of looks like a cloud formation over Vancouver itself.
Like not like Vancouver rain kind of cloud.
Okay. Now
Okay.
define really small. Vancouver is not really small.
It from your perspective, it looks really
Yep.
small.
Okay, so it's over downtown Vancouver.
Yes.
Anything when I look at the Heffel Fine Art? Anything there?
There doesn't seem to be. Like you can kind of pick up the supernatural essences of your companions, and
Yep.
then beyond them, if you're looking in the auction house itself, you can sort of see like what you can kind of figure like spatial wise to be kind of out back where the auction house would be.
Yep.
There's like 2 or 3 other supernatural-ish entities that are there.
What does Auspex give us? I don't know if you want another roll for like Heffel specifically.
No, it's basically the same scene.
Okay, just making sure.
If you're looking at Heffel specifically, it looks the same. It looks like a building. There doesn't seem to be anything necessarily wrong with it, but you can kind of pick up like the pings behind it, much like Duran, like I just described there. That
Gotcha.
there are supernaturals behind it, but there doesn't seem to be anything emanating from the auction house as it was before.
Gotcha.
Okay, but my Wraith crew is present and accounted for.
They seem to be.
Excellent. I'm going to give them all the come hither and say, right, what was I like over the last 5-6 days? What did we get up to?
Not really much of anything. We're just following you around, but you weren't really you, if that makes any sense.
See, it does. I didn't send you on any tasks or...
I don't think so.
Bueno, interesting. And the ponds, the shadowy holes, the strange connections between the bodies of water in here. When did this all go away? The place that attracted, the place that repulsed.
Hey, that's gone.
I see.
How close is the auction house to the waterfront?
The auction house is
And the convention center.
to the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the convention center is over on the other side of downtown. Because the auction house, like, so Sandwich would be kind of nearest the convention center. So you would have gone down Granville, across the bridge, over to the auction house. Gastown is where.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh. We're not downtown anymore.
You are not.
Oh. But close to Mordecai's place.
But the
Not
cloud
really.
is over downtown.
The cloud is over downtown, yes.
Yeah.
And it seems really small. Like, even perspective wise, like if it was far away, it would kind of look small, but you're kind of getting like
Like it's a specific block?
Yeah, like it's really, really.
Is it bigger than a block?
It doesn't appear to be.
Is it over
So,
Park?
About a block? Is it over Park Casino?
It is not.
Is it over
Right.
the Elysium?
It
The
is
art
not.
gallery?
It is. It seems to be over where you guys came from.
Sandwich?
If you had to put a specific point on it.
But it's over that
area. Yeah.
So, my little minions, do you see that is not a rain cloud.
Do the Auspex people look up at it?
Yes.
You see the same thing. It seems really small.
Huh.
Jude, Abigail, you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, which of the half dozen of you has the ability to leave the ground? And there's a name for that form of travel.
That's me.
No, not you. The half dozen. I am.
Oh, sorry.
Do any of you have the ability to ignore gravity, so to speak?
One of them pipes up like, yeah, I do. The goth.
Oh, Azrael. Oh,
Yeah.
the new one.
I think
You're
I
the
can
traveler.
do that.
You're the
Yeah.
traveler. If you would be so kind as to get close to the cloud and come back and tell me how you feel. If you feel the need to go into the cloud, understand that you have to tell me first. You have to come back here and tell me that you felt that need. and then I can allow it.
Okay. It might take a while. I'm not very fast.
That is okay. We will be in or around this building. Very, very easy to find.
All right. And he's
I have your pocket watch. Just find the pocket watch.
starts to lift up, like, painfully slowly.
Bueno. Let's hope he catches a tailwind. Right, the rest of you just stay handy. And then I'll turn to the rest of the coterie. Right, so we will have things looked into a little bit. Apparently there is some kind of a cloud of something roughly over Sandwich, give or take.
Yes.
Yeah,
Can't tell what it
Calling
is.
a cab.
I can't either.
For which
I
purpose?
I think we should still check out the fine art auction house and see what
going
is
to have
going
the
in
cab.
inside.
I'm going to have the cab sent to Sandwich
Okay.
with orders to pick up one Gretchen.
Okay.
I'm going to hang up. I'm going to call Gretchen at Sandwich. Gretchen,
Hello.
it's Mordecai. Do me a favor, darling, and get in the cab when it gets there. It should be less than 5 minutes.
Okay, where am I going?
You're coming to Jude. We need you here for a thing.
All right. Is that it?
That's it.
Cool.
Click.
Rude.
94, what do you want? Sorry for taking liberties with that. I know domain and all that. I just figured that you might not want her necessarily under the cloud.
It's probably for the best because we don't know all of its properties or much about it. So no, I don't want her to be in any potential danger. So it's probably for the best. But Jude looks chagrined.
Should we
Oh,
go
shit, yeah.
inside? Should
I'd
we go
like to.
inside and see if everything is the way that it was or if things are missing within the gallery?
Yeah, I think we should just head in and I can send Gretchen a text to just be like, just meet us inside.
I'm cool with
Or
that.
hang out with Mercy because she'll be here in 5 minutes as well.
Oh,
She has a shorter drive.
okay. Then yes, hang out with Mercy. I think that's the better option.
Oh,
so
texting Mercy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy. She's not gonna be happy.
I will make this up to you.
Damn, you owe her like 7 times.
Oh, crap. I didn't think this through.
You better get the checkbook out.
So you're all going.
Okay,
around
so
back,
now
I'm
we're
assuming?
going in. I would say
I've
the
already
back,
been
yeah.
walking up the stairs.
She's like, why didn't I keep the other one?
When you all go around back, there is a van there that has Giovanni's cleaning on the side of it. And there's 3 most of you have Auspex still up or Oblivion Sight. And you see that there's 3 kindred standing there, and they're all kind of they're not like huddled together. They're just kind of like standing around talking to each other. And then one of them looks up when you all come around the corner, and they're like, "Oh, Prince Jude."
Sorry, reflex.
Yes, hello.
Yeah. I'm Greg. I'm Toreador.
Oh, hello, Greg. Yes.
Yeah, I was sent here by Cassius to help you guys with stuff. I've got like this supernatural senses stuff. This is the Tremere representative and the like Hecata representative. They're investigating stuff We just had something weird happen.
Okay, fill me in.
Well, the other, like, we've been investigating the pyramid thing for
Yeah.
you at your behest, and we just sent a team down there to go into the pyramid, and then the whole thing disappeared. Like, maybe about 20 minutes ago or so. And that, to your recollection, as an out of character point, that's pretty much when you all appeared in Sandwich.
Sure. Yeah.
Did your people disappear with it? The people that
Yeah.
you sent down?
Yeah, we sent like
So the-
two
Oh,
down,
damn it.
like a Tremere and a Hekata, and
Oh no.
they were in the pyramid. There, we were doing like investigation, like pictures and such. You know, whatever you do when the supernatural investigation thing is happening.
Yeah. Now, when you say like it disappeared, they disappeared, it's like it blinked out of existence, like just fully,
Well,
like you blinked and it was gone.
Let me show you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, okay, you guys stay here, and I'm just gonna take the prince and her crew down. And then he leads
Oh
you.
no. I'm not going by myself. One of them will accompany me at least.
No. I was telling the other two that they're gonna stay here, and then you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The prince and her
Okay, I
crew are
misunderstood.
gonna. Yeah.
Okay, great. Sorry, just security on the mind. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Like your coterie obviously is gonna come with you. You're the prince.
Okay,
right?
fantastic. Yeah.
And then he leads you downstairs, and then when you get down to the bottom of the stairs, where there would have been that kind of antechamber, it's just kind of like, it looks like a regular basement. There's like art that should have been dusted. There's like kind of crates and stuff like that, like what you would kind of expect in the basement of an art auction house. But it just doesn't seem like there's anything supernatural here.
What is Sense the Unseen pickup or Auspex?
Absolutely nothing.
Abigail
Huh.
would probably recognize where the door would have been that they had used previously to get down, or whatever, the gate.
Yep.
She's gonna walk towards that wall where that would have been. I mean, obviously there's nothing there, right?
It's just basically kind of like a gyp-rocked wall.
Okay. Abigail's gonna touch it and use premonition.
Okay.
And that will be resolve and auspex. And
Auspex.
so I would like to rouse my resolve because I'm not taking any chances. All
right.
And I did not pass, so I'm assuming I get hungry.
You do not.
Fuck. Wow. Sorry, pardon my French. Okay, so resolve and auspex. One sec.
Do I see this?
That she's reaching out for it? Yeah,
Hmm. Can I put my hand on her shoulder?
sure.
Okay. Boop. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but
Let's see if she's spending willpower, because it doesn't look like she's counting anymore. I did hear dice rolling, though. 4 successes. So you
Yeah,
close
and
your
yes, I
eyes.
did spend a willpower.
You close your eyes, you reach out, you touch the wall, and like literally nothing happens. You can feel the texture of the wall. It's just gyprock. There doesn't seem to be anything connected to this strongly enough, supernaturally enough to, like, there was no trauma involved anywhere near this place. It's just sort of, it's a wall. And also,
All right.
you wouldn't have gotten hungrier anyway, due to the fact
Okay.
that I don't charge for premonition.
No, but I roused my resolve. It wasn't
Oh, okay.
aroused for the premonition. It was
Yeah.
aroused for the resolve. Yeah. So
There's no hunger.
interesting. I should take advantage of this. Okay, Abigail just looks at the wall and she's like shaking her head. She's not sure what to think. And she
Yeah.
makes a note, or she actually turns around and asks the Toreador that came down with them if she can have contact numbers, actually she says, have you actually tried contacting them, like by telephone, their cell phones?
No.
You haven't tried, but do you have their cell phone numbers?
Yeah, I think we do, but it just they just disappeared. We thought it was like, I don't know, there's weird stuff. And he reaches down and he grabs like a cord and he kind of holds it up to you. Like, it's one of those kind of like really thick, kind of industrial, like electrical cords that would have gone to like powering lighting to light up a place. And it's like frayed at the end and it looks like it's been cut. And there's like a kind of like a drainage hose, and he like kind of picks that up and he's like, well, it's just kind of like it literally just disappeared and then like cut off what was here.
Okay, but let's try and contact your people. They may have just disappeared and reappeared elsewhere.
I mean, sure. Yeah, I guess the guys upstairs would probably have the info.
All right, well, let's get to them after we're done here. Anybody else have any business here?
Seems pretty empty.
Duran,
Okay.
you can't send your ghost wraithly thingers through the walls, can you?
See? Why?
I'm just wondering if they would perhaps have more insight than I do, because I can't sense anything from the walls.
What are you trying to sense from the walls?
I'm trying to sense if the people are still there somehow. If it's just that the walls have closed off the area, or maybe the blood pyramid has disappeared, but there's still a space there. I'm just trying to save other kindred, that's all.
See, I understand that. So again, just because obviously I missed something, I thought that we're in the area where the blood pyramid is, and it is just not there.
Yeah.
There are no
Well,
walls.
it's that.
Okay, I thought we were in the room before that. Like the room
You
that-
are, but there's nothing, like there's no access to where that would be. It just
So we're
looks
in the-
like. Sorry, go ahead.
So we're in the room where the people were flayed, and
Yeah, there's
Ju-
nothing there.
okay.
It just looks
Jude
like a
had her
regular
frenzy.
kind of basement.
Okay, so the actual access to where the blood chamber was, because it was two separate chambers. It was the chamber that had all the flayed people,
Yeah.
and then there's a chamber where the blood pyramid was. So we're in the chamber where the flayed people were, and we no longer have access to where the blood pyramid was.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's stone anymore. It looks like it's just a normal, like, furnished basement.
Okay. Yeah, my point was, maybe there's something beyond the wall. Maybe that wall just, changed or whatever like that, but maybe there's still a space behind the wall. Maybe the people got stuck behind that space when the blood pyramid chamber disappeared or whatever. I don't know. That was my line of thinking, at least.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to ascertain. So there's a wall in the way now. We
Yeah.
cannot get to where the blood pyramid is. There is a wall in the. Yeah, then I'll send, a couple to race through to see is there anything on the other side.
The wraiths, you see them kind of disappear into the wall. They're like, all right, I guess. Blood pyramid, that's weird. So they go in, and then like about 30 seconds, 45 seconds later, they come back and they're like, yeah, it's like a bunch of dirt in there. It doesn't seem to be anything like building wise there. We like
There's
came across
no room.
No, like we came across another basement. It's probably another storage thing. after a while. I don't know. It's weird. There doesn't seem to be any of like your kind there, though, is what I'm saying.
Okay, but there's just not another room. So there is not another room past there.
All right, so just completely disappeared then and completely changed the architecture of the entire. Well, this is fantastic. All right. I guess we try and see if they. I'll talk to your compatriots, she says to the Toreador. I'll talk to your compatriots and see if we can track the cell signals down or something.
Yeah, I guess
Let's
that
not-
makes sense.
Let's not lose kindred if we don't have to.
We done in here? We done in here?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say.
Celerity out.
You're celeritying out?
Yep, that's true.
Is it rouse check celerity?
Yep, blink. Success.
Baron Vincent disappears.
Ju just shakes her head and walks back
That
the
was-
way she came.
That was dramatic.
We're all dealing with these things in our own way.
Baron Vincent, where are you going upstairs?
Back outside.
There's the Tremere and the Hekata that are there. They're like,
I'll just say boo.
oh man, Jesus, don't do that. So
Has
what did-
anything happened? Have we been out downstairs?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys just went downstairs and now you're back here, I guess.
Okay.
And everybody else would be coming upstairs at this point.
Yep.
So yeah, that was pretty weird, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Glad you brought it to our attention. Definitely, this is the type of thing we want to know about. So I am sorry about the people that you sent down there, but hopefully maybe we can find them somehow.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, the one guy was kind of a dick, but you know, whatever. We can get him back. I suppose we can get him back.
Time will tell. Anything else to report?
That just happened. We were just about to like hop on the phone with like Cassius and the Hekata rep to
Mhm.
let them know, and then I'm guessing they chain of command. They probably would have let you know. Whatever.
Sure.
So what is
So we're
everyone
leaving?
doing from here?
Have we gone outside the building?
Yeah, you'd be. They were outside the building.
Yeah, they were
They
outside.
were out back.
Okay, so Abigail would have gotten the contact information for the two lost kindred or however many lost kindred from
Yeah, just the two.
other. Yeah. And Abigail would put the information aside so that she could start tracking them down when she, had more privacy.
Okay.
So I think we checked here. We kind of gave the look over the area that we needed to. So is it time to check the court, or would we rather break off for personal check-ins? Well, I guess we have
Well.
to wait for Gretchen as well.
Why don't we wait for Gretchen and then we can maybe check in on Frank in the court?
Okay. Sounds good.
So that sounds like a good spot to end this particular episode. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for any bits or subscriptions you've sent our way. It's always appreciated, and a lot of the money goes to the people on screen and to all of our various shows. So we're going to do some quick outros, and then we'll, I guess, find somebody to raid since Philly by Night has finished off their stuff. Go check them out on YouTube. It's actually a really good series. So we'll go in opposite order for the outros. Let's start off over here with Cliff.
Happy Time Zone viewers, and thank you for joining us. My name is Cliff. I played the somewhat confused Duran Giovanni tonight. However, the confusion levels were not to the state that they usually are, only about a 3 out of 10 instead of the usual 5 to 7. So we will see where things continue to go from here. Does the confusion increase, or are we going to have a, who's to say? Tune in next game to find out. In the meantime, you can find me on the socials as the Vintage GM, and that'll tell you where to find me and what I'm doing, all the other fun stuff.
See, the closed captioner kind of brutalized that a little bit. It said that you were the Vincent's GM.
Of course, the closed captioner and I have issues. We've been talking, but I'm not sure it's listening. I think I'm going to have to break up with it. I'll send it some flowers and some wine and
some dead roses to its lobby.
Buy it dinner and then break up with it.
That
way it's, you're not breaking up on an empty stomach.
I'll try to use short, simple words so that it doesn't have a hard time.
And Sarah.
Hey, my name is Sara. I played Prince Jude. Duncan, just trying to not get in her feelings, just skirting around, trying not to fall into that pit. You can find me on Twitter at MC Diabetes. I'm also a creative partner at Martlet Games. Obviously, we're recording this in the strange limbo between the holiday and the new year. So I don't have a ton of plugs. We've recorded the London's Bleeding finale. So that was really exciting. We're getting some epilogues ready, and then you'll kind of see that last part of it as soon as we get it all ready in post. Other than that, just keep an eye on the Martlet Game Social. There are several things in production that we'd love you to see. That'll do it for me. Thanks for watching.
And Mithras is still always right.
Yeah, he's maybe not so much of a concern at this moment.
What? And Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I played the irascible Mordecai, whose confusion level is probably more of a 5. His daddy level is more of a 10. Just saying. But you can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok, and CDN Cap America on Twitter, where lots of things have been happening, but nothing vital to my RPG stuff really that much, unless you count me eventually, hopefully, starting up the D&D game again in the new year very quickly, and then some other potential projects down the pipe. But more on that later.
And Joe.
Greetings, Kindred. It's me, Joe, better known as DJ Torador Nolo Fanger. Find me there on Twitter and Instagram, because I changed my Instagram name, so they match, same way. I played Vincent. Confusion is always in Vincent's mind. In the words of our beloved Banu Hakim, Moist Daddy is at a high level. And yeah, I had fun with this guy. I'm not have anything to plug either. I concur with our lovable Prince here. This is that weird period, so we don't know where we're at, but I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling, enjoying this. So I guess I'll see you guys again. Daddy out.
And last but not least, oh wait, she's changing her headphones. So since Prince was mentioned, we miss you, Prince. Joanna.
Hello. I'm here. Hello, I am Joanna. I was playing Abigail for you today, and you will find me on Twitter and other socials as Hyrule Gardener. And other than that, yeah, you will find me here every Saturday. Well, yeah, pretty much every Saturday. So over to you, Steve.
And this guy's Storyteller Steve. So, again, thanks for all the bits and subscriptions. Check out all of our back episodes on YouTube. We are trying to get up to 1,500 subs so that we can give away some Dogmite stuff. You can get one of the player pads with the clan of your choosing, which probably isn't going to be Tremere, but, whatever. And so you can get one of those when we hit 1,500 subs. And check out our merch shop. We have blood dice. We have the Meat C t-shirts. As close as we could get to the Zemissi, clan book lettering across it. It's actually pretty good. We also have the Gehenna Seasons Gehenna t-shirt, I believe. Go check out all of our merch on there, on our Threadless. And we're going to find somebody to raid because I don't know what's going on right now. There's probably some vampire game that we can find that we can raid into. So we will see you next week. Have a good night, everybody.